Hi everyone, I'm super excited to share my app that I've created called Path of Stonks. You can find this at pathofstonks.com, and it is a currency arbitrage calculator for Path and Excel 2. So this app is only for Windows at the moment, but it has generated me thousands of divines, and I presume most of our audience is playing on Windows. So this is a standard install past the Windows warnings. Of course, I trust the app. I've made my own app. Once the install is done, we don't need this window unless we want to read the written tutorials on the website. I know my own app, so we can just run it simply. Now you can create an account for some perks, for our tutorial, I'll save some time and continue as a guest for now. Now the first thing you're going to want to do when you have open the app is to set our correct league, and check that you have the right currencies that you want to trade in. The first time, you're also going to have to set your OCR regions. So this is optical character recognition for reading the prices of our screen. Now, what we're trading on is the currency exchange. This is a market book where other traders make their buy and sell orders. So for an example here, we want to set our buy. So what were we buying? We're buying divine orbs. This is what we want. What are we selling? We're selling ancient ribs. Of course, you could control click on either side of these and reverse the ordering. Now the ask is what the sellers of the divine orb are asking for. And you can see this, they're asking for 1 out of 1.38 ancient ribs, but this is reversed. And the bid is the best price that the ancient rib sellers are bidding for a divine orb. So we're offering 1/4 of an ancient rib, or 4 divine orbs per ancient rib. This available trades window, if you're unfamiliar, you can open that in the middle of the currency exchange using the Alt key, and there's a lock in the top right, which I recommend for setting this OCR regions. Now to showcase the app works for any budget, let's find an item which is cheaper. So the best items to use are items which trade against multiple different currencies. For example, I'm going to use the Necrotic Catalyst. So this will trade against both Exalted Orbs and Divide Orbs. So holding Alt, we can press our hotkey. By default in the app, it is F9, but you can configure this. Now concern your commodity prices, and we can see it added to the app. So people try to buy it for 5.1 and try to sell it for 7.6. So even just within the Exalted Orb by itself, there's a 45% return on investment. But the benefit of this app is it helps us calculate cross currency arbitrage. So let's find a price in divine orbs. Make sure you have your exchange rate set right. So you can do this using the same F9 hotkey with 2 currencies. So this is divine to Exalt. Confirm that price, and you can see our exchange rate has updated in the app. Now let's find a divine price of the Necrotic Catalyst. Again, open it up. We have divine to the Necrotic Catalyst. Holding Alt, we can press our hotkey, F9. It will read our screen, and a dialog will come up. Now adding our price, we can see selling it in divine. So it's even more expensive in divine, so to speak. So we can get a higher return on investment by buying Exalt and selling in divine, assuming they buy and sell for these prices. So what you're going to want to do is undercut and overcut these prices slightly so that you have preferential treatment on the order. Now we have a budget mode just to make sure we don't use ridiculous numbers. For example, if there's a ratio like 1.17 to 1 and you don't have 117 divine orbs, you can see how much it'll cost for, say, 30 divine orbs or something. Of course, the ratios won't be as exact, so you'll lose a bit of an edge, but you should be undercutting and overcutting anyway, which Gap will account for. Now, I could sell these Necrotic Catalysts that I have on hand for Exalted for that same spread that you saw before, but it would be more efficient, as you can see in our app, to sell it in divine orbs. Unfortunately, I don't have enough on hand, so I have to wait for that first order to fulfill first. But thanks for watching, and good luck making stocks, exiles.